All right. So here I am, back again. I hope this thing doesn't go haywire on me because it has absolutely failed me already within the last 2 times. I can't even count. But how are you? I hope that you are doing well wherever it is that you are in the world. My love to you if you are in China, Australia, Afghanistan, Saudi Arabia. What else? What other country I want to? Mexico, El Salvador. And I obviously had to come on here today. By the way, happy Super Bowl Sunday. I don't even know the Super Bowl number that it is, but I know it's LIX. Something like that. I welcome any sports player on here. I definitely want to give you somewhat encouragement and emotional support for whatever it is that you are dealing in the world. Me, I am dealing with this thing called disability. And disability can set you back in so many different, directions. If you are an NFL player, by the way, NFL stands for National Football League, or just if you are in general an individual going through a disability. Whatever it is that you are going through emotionally, if you're going through a divorce, rebellious kids, if you are an ex-convict, my love and prayers to you wherever it is that you are in the world. And I want to obviously talk outside of religion. By the way, I do think about Mormons. I do think about Jehovah's Witnesses. I do think about Muslims. What is that, New Age? What other religion am I thinking about? Okay, that comes up to mind. Okay. So, this thing about death and taxes. This thing about disabilities. I have to talk about the emotional perspective in taxes. Because a lot of people, have no clue, or rather don't care about this thing called taxes. When it comes to disabilities, these taxes are going to affect you in whatever part of the world that you are in. So I'm here, and could you believe, well, even though I'm going through a disability, I have to get around all of this crazy stuff. And believe me, it is just paperwork after paperwork just to, revolve around. Hold on, I didn't have my segment ready. This thing called, you're gonna like this one, money. Yeah. The world revolves around money. In this thing called sports, in this thing called government. And a lot of you I know are look at her. She is such a nut. Where is she at so that I can go and steal her $20. Yeah, I wanted to talk about the emotional side of taxes, of money, of government. And I do want to mention to you that as a person with a disability, the work that I am doing is, how can I tell you, helping and connecting other people with clients. You will do what you can for yourself in the place that you're in when you have a disability. And I know this thing, working from home, is a different, what's the word that I want to say? Aspect, perspective, because I'm having, a hard time whenever it is that I am going to an office. And it is a reality for someone like me going through a disability, because I would go to the office from 6 a.m. to like 8 p.m. And now all of that has changed. So, yeah, taxes do affect you in some way or another. You have to pay them. And for me, I want to just say this about the tax codes. You know, if you're a CPA, I really don't understand much about the tax codes. And I want to know, how do taxes work in your part of the country, in your part of the world? I know that there are people, or rather, what's the word that I want to say, that somehow steal from people. And it's a harsh, hard thing to grasp. But I did want to come on here and mention that. It does. It hits me hard whenever it is that I hear of somebody that has, in one way or another, gone in the wrong direction when it comes to their level of position. And I want to come on here and talk about morals and values more than anything. And that includes death and taxes. Yes, we have to pay taxes. And we have to, in one way or another, know that we can do the right thing when it comes to filing our income tax, our state tax. And that's here in the U.S. That's here in the U.S. I'm talking about the U.S. I know that I'm thinking about taxes. I'm thinking about benefits in Europe. I want to think about the benefits in Switzerland. I want to think about the taxes in South Korea, North Korea. All of this interests me because, like I said, I am now going through this thing called disability. It's something deep that affects my day-to-day life. And that is on the basis of making money. So I do want to talk about finances to a level of overcoming your finances whenever it is that you are going through a hard time. I know I'm just going on and on, but I did want to come on here with this thing called taxes and paying government. And I can't tell you how grateful I am to even pay the taxes that I have. Why? Because in the end of it all, I know it sounds cliche for me to say, you don't take anything with you. So, in the area of giving money, there was a time when I was here, I was literally begging for money. I was in a desperate and desire situation with myself and my Shebah baby. By the way, my Shebah baby, may she rest in peace. And it was a very difficult situation back then. I'm in a much better place now. I'm still not out of the rut with my finances, but I definitely want to touch upon this subject as I am, overcoming a situation with my finances. I know you have your finances. And obviously taxes. They're a part of life when you become 18 years old. So my young people. So I had to talk about this subject right now. And learning how to grow money is a process. I know I can talk about a mutual fund. I can talk about a stock investment fund. But let me tell you this right now, here now. I am very proud of the work that I am doing here on my YouTube channel and for others. So right now I am working with various businesses to try to connect buyers with sellers. That's a process in and of itself, because now I have to make connections. I know that there are people on here who somehow don't want to meet people or don't want to connect people or don't want to talk to businesses. That's not so with me. I want to make a difference in the area of connecting buyers and sellers. But anyways, like I wanted to come on here, death and taxes, okay? Do the right thing. I know it sounds cliche. But anyways, lead yourself in the place that you're in. And always go back to the basics. You will increase in learning. I know that Valentine's Day is coming up. By the way, one of my favorite holidays between Valentine's is across from between Valentine's and St. Patrick's Day.